Alright then guys, what's going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside Elden Ring, and this is a game I've not picked up for a little while now, although just recently this game has had so much news it's absolutely mental. So today we're going to cover as much as we can and get you guys back involved inside of the world of Elden Ring, as we may be due an announcement very soon. With that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you're smashing the beautiful blue thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated, and make sure you're subscribing with post notifications turned on. Let me know down in the comment section the last time you played Elden Ring and how many times you've completed it. Me, myself, I'm clocking on 6 times over. I know, it's a little bit mad at this stage. Anywho, let's dive on in. So starting off with the Game Awards. That's right, we managed to have the Golden Joystick Awards, of which Elden Ring was at the forefront. Managed to actually come out with 4 overall awards, one of which I'm a little bit confused about, but irrelevant to it. It included the Best Visual Design Award, the Best Multiplayer Game Award, and Critics' Choice Award, as well as the Ultimate Game of the Year. Now the Best Multiplayer Game one, that's a little bit confused, and I'm really not too sure as to why they've come up with that, as the multiplayer inside of this game was a little bit scatty to say the least, although as far as Best Visual Designs, the Critics' Choice and the Ultimate Game of the Year awards, I actually do solidly agree with. This was a game which I spent so many hours in, and you guys will know that I enjoyed this game probably the most this year out of every game that I've actually picked up and played, and there has been a few to say the bloody least. But as far as the Best Multiplayer Game Award, I feel like that one's a little bit strange. The multiplayer inside of this, the PvP, is absolutely atrocious, and as far as being able to actually play multiplayer inside of this, it was a little bit patchy to say the least with how it was that you actually played alongside other characters. It's a little bit frustrating, but all the same, it won those 4 awards. And while we're talking about the game, it actually had quite a good rendition. With the Game Awards being so heavily pointed out, we are looking at an announcement very soon for the DLC. Now, when we actually look at how these DLCs are kind of pushed out and how often these Dark Souls games have actually had them, there was an article that was actually put up by Paul Tassi, which went over all of these sort of DLC motive usages, and he actually stated a lot of really valid points in this. Now, if we look at the DLC releases for a lot of these games, including Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and then obviously Sekiro and Demon Souls never actually got paid expansions, so irrelevant to that. Dark Souls was released in September 11th, 2011, with its first DLC actually releasing on October 23rd, 2012, given a 13-month gap between it. Dark Souls 2 was released on March 11th, 2014, with its first DLC releasing in July 22nd, 2014, which only gave a 4-month gap point. And then when we go into Dark Souls 3, it was released in March 24th, 2016, with its first DLC releasing in October 25th, 2016, which was a 7-month gap, and Bloodborne, which was released on March 24th, 2015, with its first DLC released on November 24th, 2015, which was an 8-month gap. With that being said, we have a very vague point of where this is actually going to go. With its release date for Elden Ring being the 25th of February 2022, that would stick us at about the 9-month gap so far, which would mean essentially that we should be entitled to an announcement very soon, with the longest gap actually being 13 months for the original Dark Souls DLC. But we obviously know that there has been a bit of a issue with the big C word stopping a lot of games this year, and has actually caused quite a massive problem and a bit of a lull inside of the gaming scene for anything to release, whether it's DLCs or actual game launches themselves. We've seen a lot, and I mean a lot, of delays across the gaming community just recently, and that is something which is extremely frustrating. But what this does mean is that even with those delays, we should be seeing a DLC for Elden Ring at least announced in the next month to 2 months. That would put us at a bracket of around the year just under gap for the original game release, which is for me probably about a decent time for it, although we're yet to see exactly what happens. We've got a lot of things happening over the next couple of months, with a lot of really big titles releasing in February next year. And when would be the most perfect time to do that? We have got the official Game Awards that would actually be the biggest motive for this one, with it being at the forefront for the Game Game of the Year award, and it may actually add up quite well. With this, we've got about 2 weeks left until the Game Awards actually promote through, which would obviously mean that with the recent debut of February 2022 for Elden Ring, the early December would be just over 9 months from its release of the game. So this is a huge time period for all of you Elden Ring lovers out there, myself included. I've got my ears to the floor for any information with regards to this, and I've got a lot of fingers in a lot of different pies to try and be able to actually get this information out to you guys as soon as it hits the internet. I'm really excited to know exactly what's going to happen, and I am going to be diving back in to Elden Ring to go and have another dabble. I've been really missing this game, and it's something that I have really put on hold quite a bit. We're going to change that one right now. Let me know if you guys are diving into Elden Ring anytime soon down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, make sure you're smashing the beautiful blue thumbs up. Subscribe with post notifications turned on. I appreciate all of your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.